Hi, my name is Shanaea Gordon, and I am a restorative wellness practitioner. And I'm here today to guide you through a gentle movement practice along with guided meditation. You can choose to be seated or lying down for the first few minutes of this practice, whatever works best for you. We're going to begin in a rested position, either seated, lying down. If you would like to place a blanket or bolster under your tailbone for more support, please feel free to do so. Or if you're lying down, maybe under your knees. Once we are in a comfortable seated position, I invite you to start observing your breath. You might feel your belly expanding as you inhale. You may feel the air leave your body as you exhale. No need to change or force anything, just observe. Today's practice plans to focus on the idea of letting go of perfection, old patterns that no longer serve us, etc. This is your practice, and only you know what intentions of letting go will be. Often we hold ourselves to impossible standards, whether it's in our practice, work, relationships, or just showing up in life day to day. But true growth doesn't come from perfection. It comes from being present and embracing the life and the moment however it shows up. Throughout today's practice, I encourage you to set aside the need to get every shape right or perfect breathing patterns, and instead, simply experience the practice as it unfolds. Notice how it feels to move without pressure or expectation, and allow yourself to explore without judgment. Use this time as an opportunity to release the idea of perfection and find freedom in the process. On your next inhale, breathe in deeply through your nose, feeling the breath filling the body. Exhale deeply through your nose with the focus on releasing what may be tension, maybe emotions, self-criticism, and let's encourage the downward flow of energy in efforts of letting go. Let's try that one more time. Breathing in deeply through your nose, feeling the breath filling the body, and exhale deeply through your nose with a focus on releasing and let it go. Once you feel complete with these cycles, you can return to your neutral breath. Take a moment to seal your intention for this practice, and we can begin our physical part. I invite you to inhale, bringing your left hand down to the side of you, and lift your right arm up alongside your ear. Then we're going to walk the left fingers out along the floor and reach your right arm up and over to the left. Soften through the left elbow to draw your shoulder down away from the ear. Feel your right side body stretch. Hold for 5 breaths. In this pose, we're lengthening the muscles between the ribs and the pelvis, helping to create a space and flexibility in the side body. You can inhale back to center. Exhale, lowering your right arm down. And we're going to repeat the same process on this other side. We're going to rest here for 5 breaths. You can start to deepen your breath, and at your pace, find yourself back to the center. We're just going to take a few rounds of breath here as we move forward. Remember, there's no need to force anything. Simply allow yourself to be present in the moment and open to the experience that unfolds. Now, as we move into our next shape, I'm going to let you pick which way you want your legs. You can cross them crisscross, or you can take the bound angel. So that way you put your soles of your feet together. And you can also take blocks, pillows, blankets, towels, whatever you have available to place under your knees for support if that is something that you want to do. I always use them for me because my knees don't feel that great going all the way down to the floor when I'm in this posture. So as we find which shape is best for us, we are going to go ahead and move into our next shape. Inhale and place your left hand on your right thigh. And as you exhale, place the right hand on the floor behind you to get a deep stretch towards the right side. Now you can use support to place your hand in the back. I just used a bolster. You can use anything that is best for you. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. Stretching the lower back here and breathing for some time. It will help open the lower back and the chest for the practice into deeper poses. Begin to deepen your breathing and prepare to return back to center. You can remove the hand from the knee, the hand from the back of you. Take a deep breath in, place that other hand on the opposite knee, and we're going to take the same shape. We're going to have about 4 cycles of breath here. And breathe into the side and back body. Maybe even sitting up a little bit taller, like there's a string pulling your head up from the sky. Take a few more breaths, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and find your way back to center, removing the hand from behind you, removing the hand from on your knee. Once you found your way back to center and you found your grounding there, we're going to go ahead and prepare for the next shape. You can go ahead and sit at the top of your mat, extending your legs long. In yoga, this posture is called Tadasana or staff pose. Stretching the legs out completely, bring the legs to relax completely while focusing on your breathing. We can stay here for about 4 or 5 breath cycles. Breathing in deeply, breathing out deeply. Our next shape will be the seated forward bend. Raise your arms above your head, and as you exhale, go forward with the torso, taking it into a forward fold. Reach for the feet with your hands. You do not need to get to your feet. You can get to your knees, your thighs, your shin, whatever works for you. Don't push to reach for the toes or the knees with the head. The idea is to feel the stretch around the lower back, the hamstrings, the calves, and the back of the knee. This may look different for everyone. Take it slow and don't force anything. You can go ahead and spread your legs if you need more room to bend. Begin to deepen your breathing once you've found a nice spot. And on the next exhale, engage your lower abdomen. creating a rounding in your lower back, and begin to bring yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Once you have arrived in the upward seated posture, you can go ahead and take another stretch if you feel that is in your practice today. We're going to go ahead and bend forward. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to cross our legs again. And we're going to have seated torso circles. Place the hands on the knees and sit straight, extending the spine. Exhale, begin to move gentle clockwise movements of the upper body. Inhale, exhale. We're going to move it around. And then you can release and change the crossing of your legs. And we're just going to do the other side. Letting go is releasing, surrendering, and shifting our perspective to allow life to take us to new places that will help us flourish. Be gentle with yourself. You can take a few more breaths here. Find your way back to center. I now invite you to find your way to your back with your knees bent and the feet on the floor. You want to bring your arms up like a goalpost. And then we're going to go ahead and take a breath in and exhale. Drop your knees to one side. Inhale back to center. Drop your knees to the other side. Allow your body to breathe in a rhythm that is comfortable for you. Remember, we do not need to force anything. Only when we ignore ourselves can we allow the tension to build up. Accepting yourself exactly as you are right now allows your body to gently transition into a more relaxed state. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Drop the knees to one side. We're going to do this for a few more breaths. As you find your way back to center, on your next exhale, bring the knee to the chest. You can either have your leg out, the other leg out, straight, or you can have it bent. But bring one knee to the chest and take a few breaths here. Hug the knee into the armpit, allowing it to come to the side of the ribs. Then you can go ahead and place it, exhale and place it back on the floor. Draw in the other knee. Remember, you can have the other leg extended or bent. At your pace, you can find yourself bringing your feet back to the earth. And on your next inhale, bring the knees to the chest. Both knees, give yourself a nice hug. Your spine is long and rounded. Your shoulders are broad away from your ears. And you can maybe do a nice little rock from side to side, giving your lower back a massage. And then you can roll over to one side. Use one hand to help yourself up and find yourself up in a seated position. From there, you can locate your pillow, blanket, bolster, whatever it is that you're going to use. Lay back down with the feet to the earth, knees up. Then we're going to go ahead and lift our hips and bring the pillow, blanket, bolster under our tailbone, under the pelvic area. And then I invite you to extend the legs up, bend your knees, and then cross your ankles. Take a few breaths here. You can bring the knees in where there's no effort. Bring them in, and then you can go ahead and release them back to the earth. I invite you to extend the legs long up to the sky. And then on your next inhale, start to slowly move the legs as if you're walking on the ceiling. Not too much effort, nice and slow and steady. Breathing in, exhaling out. You can go ahead at your pace, bringing the feet back to the earth. Take a few breaths here. When you are ready, I invite you to plant your feet firmly into the floor, using your feet, your heels, your calves, and then your thighs. Begin to lift your hips off of the pillow or bolster. As you exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift, using the legs. Exhale, release. We're going to take a few more rounds of that, and then we're just going to sit here in this posture for a moment as we observe our breath. Sometimes we hold on to things inside. It takes a lot of our energy, and we end up in knots. Over time, this can dampen our presence in everyday activities and affect our confidence in our tasks or communication. Letting go allows us to be present in our tasks and interactions. Although it may be difficult at first, with practice and observation, you will feel the hold you have on yourself softening. Check in with your breath. Observe what's coming up for you here. Any sensations in the body. Breathe into the places that you think need a little love today. Begin to deepen the breath as we prepare for our next shape. In your own timing, when you are ready, you can roll to one side. We'll remove the bolster or pillow first, and then roll to one side and push yourself up using your hand. Then I invite you to get your blocks or some pillows and blankets. We're going to place the pillow along the yoga mat So it can be from our tailbone to our head, basically our spine. And we're going to go ahead and sit right up on it, your tailbone's right up on it. Then we're going to find ourselves laying backwards. Go ahead and lay down. And then you can put blankets, pillows, bolster, blocks, whatever works for you on the sides of your knees. As we're going to go ahead and put our feet together and let our legs fall to the side. You can let your hands fall to the side of you like you're reaching for each side of the room. And begin to breathe in deeply. I invite you to close your eyes and shift your entire focus to the rhythm of your breathing. Feel the natural cadence, how the air moves in through your nose, fills your lungs, and then flows out from your mouth. This cycle of breath is a life force that sustains us, and it's in connection to inner peace. Sometimes we hold on to thoughts, feelings, and experiences, not because they serve us, but because they become familiar. Holding on can create walls around our hearts, blocking us from experiencing the fullness of being present in life and the precious moments. I invite you to think about breathing in from each palm to the other. Breathing into one palm, feeling the breath move through your chest over to the other arm and down your arm and into your palm. Observe what's coming up for you. Breathe into any parts of the body that need a little more loving today, need a little more attention and care. We're going to take a few more breaths here. Breathing in deeply, exhaling deeply. If it is in your practice today, you can find yourself extending your legs long. Breathing deeply into the back body. few more breaths here before we take our next shape. And in your own timing, when you are ready, I invite you to move your props. We're going to take those props and use them in whatever way is supportive for your Shavasana. That could be pillows or blankets under the knees, blanket under the head, whatever is the most comfortable for you to be in this posture as we reflect on our practice. Once you're in the posture, take a few deep breaths. Take a moment to reflect. What are you holding on to right now? Is it a thought, a feeling, a memory? Now ask yourself, how does holding on to this make me feel? Does it bring comfort or does it weigh you down? More often than not, the things we clutch onto so tightly are the very things that constrict our joy and freedom. Understand that letting go isn't about negating or forgetting. It's about acceptance. By accepting, we acknowledge our feelings without letting them define or control us. When we accept, we make peace with the past, find clarity in the present, and open ourselves up to the possibilities of the future. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing a bit of that which you are holding on to. Feel the lightness that comes with it. Letting go means granting yourself the freedom to be in the now, unburdened. Breathing in and breathing out, letting go. Each time you find yourself clinging to a thought or a feeling, remind yourself of this truth, that acceptance is a bridge to peace, and by crossing it, you grant yourself freedom to truly live. Letting go is an act of love towards yourself, a commitment to your own well-being. Embrace the understanding and let it guide you towards inner harmony. Feel the expansive space you've created within yourself today. This space is fertile ground for growth, for love, and for moments of joy. With every weight we release, we make room for more light, more love, and more understanding. Recognize that life is a series of moments. Each moment is like a breath, fleeting. Just as we don't cling to each breath we take, understand that it's okay to let experiences, feelings, and thoughts come and go. Ask yourself, what do I want to invite into this space I've created? Maybe it's gratitude for the simple joys of life, or hope for what's yet to come. Maybe it's compassion for yourself and others, or excitement for the many, many possibilities that await. Hold on to this intention. Feel it fill the space within, not as a weight, but as a gentle, uplifting force. Imagine it as a soft glow, illuminating the corners of your heart and mind, guiding you forward. As you transition back into the rhythms of your day or evening, know that every moment offers a choice to hold on to or to let go of. By choosing the latter, you give yourself the freedom to fully experience, embrace, and engage with the present. Take one last deep breath, savoring the sensation of air filling your lungs and the feeling of release as you exhale. Slowly start to become aware of your surroundings, the surface beneath you, the sounds around you. You can start to wiggle your fingers or your toes, or you can actually stay in this posture if you would like to. As we close our practice, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for showing up exactly as you are. Letting go isn't about lowering standards. It's about accepting ourselves in every phase of our journey. Carry this intention off the mat, whether it's in your work, your relationships, or most importantly, how you speak to yourself. When we release the need to be perfect, we invite authentic experiences and we find ways to express our authentic self. Thank yourself for allowing this practice to be whatever you needed it to be today. And remember that your best effort is always enough. Take that mindset with you as you step back into the world. Thank you for being here with me today. I am honored to have been your guide, sending you love. Until next time.